Right.
Okay, and by the way, I always try and come a bit early, so if you do have a question, you know, I try and answer them. And Carolyn does it some of the time, and some others have done it. Okay, what I want to talk about today was a board that I played the last time I was here. And it's something that comes up a fair amount. And, by the way, this is big on the bottom here. And you could probably guess how the bidding went. This guy's the dealer, right? And they're vulnerable. East-West is vulnerable. And my partner does what? What would he open?
Who's the dealer?
One club, one club.
Sure, one club, right? What does this guy bid?
One no?
One of
Sure, one no, right? Right, everybody in the room did that. Me.
Huh? 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Open a club, 9
Oh, double.
Correct.
points. Both majors.
No, it's not both majors.
It's for penalty.
It's penalty double.
And both majors, but penalty. 9
Doesn't
points.
promise anything more than at least close to 10 points. And at this, you could say 3, 7, 9, and I got all 4 10s, right?
Double for penalty?
Right, that's the point. Double for penalty.
Okay.
It's not promising the majors, it's not promising anything other than, I think we're gonna set them.
Well, isn't, you've got both the spades and the heart, aren't you asking him for more information or what he wants?
No, it's
You would be,
strictly a penalty double. I'm not asking him for anything. If he bids again, I have a Glock 17. Go in my car, blow his brains out, and get a new partner. It's strictly a penalty double. I'm not asking him for anything. I'm telling him I got at least close to 10 points.
And so
as
he's
you
got
can
12.
And he's got at least 12. We have over half the deck.
Right, okay.
That's the point. We have over half the deck. I don't care that this guy has 16. And again, I have all 4 10s, so that's easily worth a point, right? All 4. Marty Bergen says if you have 3 10s, it's worth a point. I got all 4 of them, right? I got a 10 for next time. So when I double, I'm not asking anything. I'm telling my partner we're going to set them. And we are. Like, yeah, I'm thinking 12 plus 10, 16. What does that give him?
not much.
Couple points. So, you know, his bid is right, but that's Rich, he's just unlucky. I have the points, his partner doesn't. He's gonna get murdered.
So you're doing it because you and your partner have more than 20 points, right?
Yeah, more than 20 points, and he's gonna be playing the whole thing from his hand. It's always harder when all the points are in one hand, because there's no entries, there's no transportation. Like the bid that goes down almost all the time, somebody opens 2-0 trump and it goes 3 passes. Almost always that goes down. Yeah, that guy has 20, 21 points in his hand, and his partner has nothing, and he's playing it all from his hand, and he's lucky if he comes up with 7 tricks, let alone 8. So
Nothing to finesse.
here, he's gonna be playing it completely from his hand, right? And one thing that happened at our table, this guy looked like a terrible hand. And what went through his mind, right? I'm glad I don't have to play it, right? And he just passed, right? Down to
Yeah,
500.
yeah, double.
Yeah.
I mean,
Vulnerable. So it was a quick 500 points. It's just a matter of knowing what that bid means. It means they're going down, don't you take it out. It's kind of a standard bid and it's based on strength. One thing that I would probably do, if I was sitting here, I just told this guy I'm about to clobber your partner, right? If you can assume that I know what I'm doing, right? You should assume that I didn't make that bid lightly. And when he looks at that hand, he has what
3.4 points.
is the queen and a jack, right? It's 3 points.
Well, we count the length.
Yeah, length in a long suit, you don't
No,
count.
never mind.
It has to be good suit, that's a good, important point. You count length if it's in a good suit. You don't count length if it's in a bad suit. This is a bad suit. You're gonna need a miracle to be setting this suit up. So you don't count any points for it. It's just a 3-point hand, and it's a bad 3 points, right? It's a queen and a jack. And he's lucky that my partner doesn't have the king of spades, or he wouldn't have any in it, right? So he ends up with the spade trick because he's lucky, because my partner who opened doesn't have the king of spades, I do. But you already doubled, I already told you I'm gonna kill you. What do you think would be a better thing than passing?
Get the diamonds,
Sure,
something.
yeah, you've got almost nothing to lose now, right? Like, everybody knows you have nothing. As soon as I doubled, there can't be any points for you. Everybody knows you're looking at maybe 2
North, south's
points.
not vulnerable then? Or everybody's double?
You just, we're not, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
He just, it doesn't hurt to try and get out of, you're already doubled, right? If you're not doubled, sure, you pass as fast as you can, right? If it went 1 no trump and I passed, then you would just pass, right? Because, you know, why should you go down when your partner can go down? So, you can't pass faster, but now, I've already announced that we're about to kill you. You have almost no help unless you do what? Play in diamonds, right? If you play in diamonds, I got a 5-card suit. There's a good chance, since my partner bid a no trump, I'm gonna give you a couple tricks in diamonds, if we play in diamonds. And as it turns out, the queen of spades would take a trick. And if he bids 2 diamonds, what's gonna happen now? Instead of passing, if he bid 2 diamonds, well, my partner had a minimal over, he ain't bidding again, right? So he'd pass. This guy should get it, that your partner just rescued you, you know, don't hang yourself.
Yeah.
So he should pass, and now it's back to me, right? I'm not real anxious to be bid, to do anything over 2 diamonds, right? I only got 2 diamonds. They might make 2 diamonds for all I know. I know they're not making 1 no trump, but they might make 2 diamonds. Anyway, I have a number of bad choices. I could let them play, and if you know me, I'm not letting them play. I could either bid 2 hearts, or I could double again to see what happens. But none of them are easy bids. I don't have an easy bid here. I have my choice of some bad bids, right? There's no good bid here. So I'm gonna do something, and I'm probably gonna regret it, but he took me off the hook, right? he just looked at his lousy hand and thought, well, good thing I'm not playing, and that was it. Anyway, it's important to realize, one, this is a pure penalty double on this thing. It's always a penalty double. Don't take it out if you're playing with somebody who knows what he's doing. The other thing is, if you're sitting here, everybody at the table knows you have no points. That's where that double came from. If you have a suit, dig it. Contribute a couple of tricks, or 3, as opposed to none you're likely to contribute. Like I said, it would be 9 if the king was over here. Okay, any questions on this? Sure. go
So the
ahead.
one no trump, he's still, well, he doesn't know what's going to ensue with you bid being.
Yeah, he's just unlucky. His bid is not incorrect.
Okay.
Like, just because you get killed doesn't mean you made a mistake. You know, that's just bridge.
Okay.
His bid is absolutely right. He's just unlucky as can be. His partner's sitting there with a queen and a jack. So he's, you know, he didn't do anything wrong. Any other questions on this one? By the way, that was Board 4 on March 28th here.
Okay.
All right. The second deal that I have up here, I'll show you the bidding. And of course, North bid 1 club, right? Almost everybody in the world would do that, right?
Amen, yeah.
East is really got nothing to say. South,
One heart.
sure, 1 heart, right? Show your 4-card major, right? If you don't show it, you don't have it. So 1 heart is it. Basically, you have no idea what your partner's distribution is. You're looking for that 4-4 heart fit. And even though you're not roughing anything, maybe your partner will. So it's 1 heart. If you didn't have 4 hearts, what would you bid?
One no trump,
1 no trump
well,
is
3 no trump.
3 no trump, right? You have enough for game?
I don't have a 4-card major and I have 13 to 15.
Correct, absolutely correct. So anyway, 1 heart.
Speed.
West, what's he gonna bid?
Speed. 1 spade.
Sure, he has a good spade suit, right? And how many of you know what a support double is? Anyway, that's what this would be. That's one of the few good, that's a support double. Almost everybody plays that now. What it means is you have exactly 3 trump for partner. Exactly 3. If you have 4, what would you do?
Bid two hearts.
Sure, but 2 hearts, right?
Yeah,
It's not a trick question. If you got 4 trump for your partner, you hit 2 hearts, just support them, right? 3 is the support double, equals 3 trump, in this case, hearts. That's relatively standard. That's how you show 3-card trump support. What's East gonna do?
Support
Yeah, he's gonna
spades, 2
support the
spades.
spades, right? Sure, 2 spades. Basically, you have 4 spades and your partner showed 5, right? Law of total tricks says you could make usually the same number of tricks as you have trump. That's what the law of total tricks is. So you're looking at 9 spades. So the first thing that goes through your mind is, I can get 3 spades, but I could take 9 tricks. There's only one flaw to that logic. The law of total tricks works lousy when you have a flat hand. The law of total tricks works great when you have a distributional hand. Like if I had a singleton heart here, another diamond or club, I would 3 spades, because now I have a distributional hand. But with that pretty flat hand, I'm not really interested in getting killed, so 2 spades is enough.
Isn't that an optimal shape though? 4-4-3-2, it's better than 4-3-3 or 5-5-3-2, right? Or I mean, 5-3-3-2? 4-4-3-2?
Basically, the only thing this is better than is if you had another heart. That would make it worse. So you want it to be as shapely as possible. The worst distribution you have, and if you're dealt it, you subtract the point for having it when you're 4-3-3. You're not roughing anything, you don't have a long suit to set up. That's the worst hand you could be dealt, is 4-3-3. This is one step down from here. This will be a much better hand without one of those hearts. It'll be a way better hand without both of those hearts. Those hearts make this hand way worse. Think about it, what tricks are you thinking? You might get 1 heart ruff. You have the ace of diamonds. Other than that, your spades are probably gonna be wasted, right? At least they don't have them, that's what you could say. So 2 spades is enough, because the law of total tricks, think tricks when you're bidding. How many tricks have I supplied my partner with this hand? Not many, but if those hearts were missing, now we're in business, right? Now I'm thinking I might be able to ruff 3 hearts. I might be able to make 3 more tricks. But, so because of the flatter the hand, the worse the hand. And this is not the worst hand,
flatter the hand what?
the worse it is.
Oh,
The flatter the hand, the worse the hand.
So if you had a singleton, then you'd jump to 3.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
And if I had a void, I'd be excited when I jumped to 3. But yeah, because now it's the law of total tricks because I have a shapely hand. Now it's not the law of total tricks because most I'm ever going to trump is probably 1 heart. If my partner should have 4 of them, yeah, then I'd be able to trump 2. But he probably doesn't, right? Anyway, 2 spades. South spade.
Would you bid the club at this point? Go to 3 clubs?
It's an option, but what I would tell you is minor suit games are last choice.
Okay.
Like sometimes you have to bid them because everything else is worse. So, when everything else is worse, there we go with the minor suit game.
I'm thinking that if I bid the 3 clubs, then it's leaving my partner up to decide if he's got a stopper, which he does actually in the spade.
Yeah.
He would go to 3-0. That's,
Well, your logic is good there, but there's a better way to tell your partner whether to go to
Okay.
3-0. But you could bid 3 clubs, and it'd make more sense if you were playing imps where it doesn't matter if you play a club game. But at match points, when you play 5 clubs, you're betting that 3-0 trump making 4 is in there, because you're gonna get a bad score, right? They're gonna get 630 or 430, and even if you're a brilliant player, you're gonna get 30 points less, and you're gonna get a bad score. Remember, being a little bit worse is enough to get a bad score at match points. But you're right, you're looking for 3-0 trumps, so what would you do to find 3-0 trump? Well, you don't want to bid past it. Three spades. That's a Q bid, right? Assuming your partner's head isn't under a bushel basket, he should know that if they're playing spades that you don't want to, right?
okay.
It's a Q bid, it's not a spade bid, it's a Q bid. And what you go through your partner's mind, hey, I didn't bid 4 hearts, right? Which means I don't have 5 of them, right? Like I wouldn't be torturing you if I had 5 hearts and you already showed me 3, right? Right. If you could get to the contract, don't torture yourself and your partner and give the opponents information on your way. Just bid it, right? So if I had 5 hearts, and my partner showed me 3, we just play 4 hearts and this auction would be over. So my partner should realize that. And 3 spades is asking, right? That's called the Western Q.
That's for
Like-
help. Or,
It's basically asking for a spade stop.
okay, yeah.
That's exactly what it's asking for. And I'm not promising, and on a good day, I'll also have a spade stop, but usually you don't have a good day. Usually you're not having the spade stop. So anyway,
This is a good day, because you have a spade stop.
he does, but
Only one.
exactly, it's only one,
Yeah.
and
one
the
shot.
other,
Now, one shot.
and the other bad starts, part of that is you can't hold up on it, because it's only one. They're gonna lead a spade against no trump, your ace is gonna be gone. If you have like an ace and 2 more, that's a better spade stop, right? You might be able to split communications with the defenders by ducking a couple times, where they wouldn't have a spade to come back. Think the play while you're bidding. Singleton, ace of spade, yeah, it is a stop, and for sure it's a stop, but after the opening lead, you better be able to run 8 tricks, Or they're gonna.
Somewhere else.
or they're gonna, right?
Yeah.
So, basically, what this guy did is, back to you, like, okay, you don't wanna play no trump. 7-4-2 isn't much of a stop, right? So, what West
What'd you bid?
passed, he just did 4 clubs, right?
Oh, you're gonna leave it there.
No, he doesn't leave it there, it's
You don't
just,
know what your partner has, you can't bid.
it's telling your partner that, okay, we're not playing no trump then.
Oh, by passing, we don't wanna go there.
Yeah, we're not playing no trump. And,
Okay.
what do you think? Always let your partner make the last mistake. Anyway, 4 clubs, okay, you don't want to play no trump, we won't play no trump, 4 clubs. Pass,
Yeah.
back to this guy.
Pass.
Well,
Mm.
I got 14 points,
No.
right, and he opened, right?
And I have 28 to 29 to play a game in a minor.
That's true, and this is a flat hand, which is, again, bottom of the heap,
No. Oh, that's
4 hearts.
4 hearts, yeah, 4.
With the 7-card fit, huh?
And what's that called?
Short.
Moisian.
Moisine, that's called the Moisine fit. Moisine fit is a 4-3. Now, that's not high up on the list to shoot for, right?
4, 3 is a Morsey pit, okay.
So it's not high up on the list to shoot for, but sometimes it's the best you can do. And despite all this good bidding, what can you say?
Did the best we could. Yeah.
What can you say?
We're competing.
The least of all evils.
Double again.
What's the best contract, looking at all the hands?
3 no.
3 no.
Oh, good.
3 now, yeah.
Yeah, 3 no.
Yeah.
If this guy would've been braver and bid the no trump, like Cheryl would, she was ready to go, right?
Yeah, there you go, Cheryl.
If they would've listened to Cheryl and just said, hey, I got a spade stop, let's go, then you're at 3 now, and you're gonna run 1 spade, 3
Once we're
hearts,
beyond that, then you have to.
and 6 clubs, right? You got 10 tricks and no trump, right? See? Great bidding does not always lead to the best contract. Because this guy doesn't know his partner has the ace-king clubs.
Right.
That's why it makes that. That's why if you get a chance, just walk around the table and you're set. But short of walking around the table, you're not gonna know your partner has the ace-king clubs. and
So
you
instead
can't-
of 3 spades, Q bid, are you saying?
No, the 3 spade bid is right, but then this guy needs to bid 3 now.
North, yes,
Because-
okay, instead of
but
4
it-
clubs, okay, 3.
But that's looking at all the cards.
Sure.
You have to know that your partner has the ace-king of clubs and you're gonna run 6 clubs. You have no idea of that.
Well, you have 8 tricks, and certainly they have one for you.
1 spade, 3 hearts, and 6 clubs, you have 10 tricks.
I mean, I'm talking about north, if you're counting.
Yeah, North,
Oh, yeah, you don't know. never
North
mind.
has no
Yeah.
idea where the ace-king of
Yeah,
clubs are.
Sure, right.
That's why if you walk around the table,
Yeah,
Then we
throw
know.
out the club.
that would clue you in. But short of that, you're not gonna know. So this is probably the best auction, and now there you are in 4 hearts.
Oh, when you see that club suit, you're squealing.
Yeah, and then West, of course, is gonna lead what?
West is.
West is on lead.
King of spades.
King of spades, right? That's the normal lead, top of the sequence, right? And against a suit, all you need is 2, right? No trump, you need 3, or at least 2.5. King, queen, 10, you can do it, and no trump. King, queen, 9, you cannot.
Okay. King,
Right
queen,
here.
10, okay.
You're playing against a suit, king of spades is led. And here's one where you really don't have to think at the first trick, right?
Right.
They're not gonna let you hold up, right? So,
No,
so the king of spades is gonna go, you're gonna win with the ace. This guy is probably gonna play the 6, right? To show an even number, right? 6, 5. And it really doesn't matter what you have here, right? You just get rid of that.
Yeah. Tell me about the even number.
I know, I was just fixing to have.
Basically, standard signaling is if you have an even number, just like with a doubleton, you go high-low. If you have 4, you would also go high-low. That's how you show an even number. High-low shows an even number, low-high shows an odd number.
Yeah.
That's standard carding. The difference. So here, and so you don't get to think at the first strike like so many of my examples are, because you gotta win the single digits, right? There's no way around that. And now what's this guy gonna do?
Well, he doesn't have the control. North has control with the ace.
Oh yeah, what am I gonna do? Thank you. Thanks. Now,
You're
we're,
Trick question.
it's always, yeah, sure, we'll let you lead it. Okay. Common control, I got the ace.
Are we playing 4 hearts?
Yeah, we're playing 4 hearts. We can't change the contract just because we don't like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless your partner has the machine in his hand, then maybe.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
But probably they're not gonna let you. They're gonna make you play 4 hearts.
Okay,
By the
so
way,
it's north
Queen of
at-
clubs?
north of
there's a
eight.
couple things you should think about before you answer this. There are 6 hearts out. Should you expect them to split?
No.
No, when there's an even number out,
That's a,
most of the time they do not split.
right.
Like sometimes,
Even splits,
will.
odd splits even.
yeah, but they're gonna, most of the time they're gonna go 4-2, right?
Yeah.
And certainly they're gonna go 4-2 in this, or it wouldn't be on the board, right? Because it'd be easy, you would just play 3 rounds of trump and you'd still have a trump left, right? That'd be poor declare play, because you're playing for something that's probably not gonna work when you have a better way to do it, and that's why it's on the board. And the better way is, what you go through your mind is, do not remove too many hearts from the north hand, because you do not want to trump that hand. Because that's kind of the key lesson to this, more important than the bidding. You don't want this hand to be forced to trump spades. And it's real awkward since you have 3 little ones, right? That's like the death holding, like 3 little ones, right? Nothing can be worse than that. But you really don't want this hand to have to do it.
Seven from some.
Okay, so I told you that. What do you think you would play at trick 2? Does that mean you can't play any hearts?
Little heart down the
Yeah, you could still play some hearts. So you could play a little heart to the ace, knock a couple of those off.
Mhm.
And
So he's gonna play the eight.
North has it.
See, there's 2,
yeah,
8, yeah.
little heart to the ace, right?
Okay, got it.
Now what?
Would you play all the clubs and make them trump or not?
I think you gotta get trump out before you can do it, or they'll just keep trumping your clubs.
Yeah, I
Well-
don't see the, I don't know.
Can you play, the second thing is, can you play another heart? Sure, right? You just can't get rid of the third heart. So the other one is, I'll play a heart,
Okay.
that'll be gone. I'll win my king,
So that's 8 of them gone.
that'll be gone.
8,
There's 2 hearts out,
9, 10, 11.
and most of the time, the same guy will have both of them, right? Now what?
What, want them to trump it? Well, no.
No, you're under, say it. Say what you're gonna say.
Well, I was gonna say, make them use that last trump, right?
Right, make them trump the clubs.
Yeah.
Now you start running the clubs like crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just keep running the clubs, right?
Yeah.
Eventually,
That's a forcing defense. You make them lose control of the hand.
yeah, basically what's gonna happen is, when you run the clubs,
They're gonna play a spade.
eventually they're gonna have to trump. And now when they trump,
You
You
can
can
go
do
up
what?
and use the rest of the clubs.
right. That's the point of this.
Yeah.
Basically, let them trump, and then once they trump the club, now,
You play
You
the
gotta leave
queen,
one for
the
the
queen of
north.
hearts to get the last trump out, right?
right, Queen of Hearts
And
full,
then
so they
transfer
trump.
up to the heart to run the clubs, to the 8 of hearts. 6 to the 8.
What do you say, trump the what?
Pull the last queen, jack, trump.
Okay.
Oh no, then the 8 will be gone, never
Then
mind.
see, that'll ruin your north hand.
But how many rounds of clubs do you have to run? They're gonna trump the
Well-
second club. There's only one club.
You can
that
play the
trump the
queen
second.
of diamonds, it'll cover 7,
Mm-mm.
no.
They're gonna trump your second club. Sure.
No, you gotta you gotta, of course, plan this out, you gotta get to that north hand, and use the rest of the clubs.
Jeff, it's time.
Oh, it's time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll finish it
Yeah.
last
I'll
time,
say-
but you got the idea.
Yeah,
You wanna run,
the clubs,
you wanna leave the trump out
yeah. Leave the trump out.
and run the clubs.
Leave trump out.